Hey guys, what up? Today we are about to do a shoulders and triceps workout. First exercise is going to be some seated military barbell press, right? Build that mass, thickness, that size, and that strength. The goal here is to get like, let's say 3 to 6 repetitions. That's the goal here, right? Six, perfect. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick with this weight, and I want to average. So I did 6. So technically now I should be averaging 4 to 6 repetitions. So we're gonna do 4 sets of that. Okay, so that's 1 set down. Make sure you guys warm up before you start. I warmed up. I did some face pulls, did a couple push-ups, did some dead hangs on the bar, warmed up with this bar, did like 2 sets of 20, moved around a little bit. So now I'm prepared. Now guys, remember to rest properly when you're doing this, right? So we're going for strength, right? And remember, strength is not just muscle, it's mental as well, right? Make sure you guys lock in. Six. Nice. Now, as the weight get heavier, personally for me, I like to bring my grip a little bit more inside, which is kind of going to be, I want to say, even with the AC joint, so right here, right? Or I might go a little bit wider, so I'm just outside of the shoulders. So that's basically where you're going to have the most power and the most leverage. Once you go outside wide here, you lose that leverage, you lose that power. But I mean, wide grip is definitely great as well. So I used to do a lot of wide grip. All right, guys, our third set of our seated military press. Three. 6. Whew. Perfecto, baby. So with these exercises, you know, like a military press, I don't look at these as far as an isolation movement, right? I don't think a lot of people look at these as a isolation movement. So you definitely should be kind of going more towards a strength-based style versus a hypertrophy-based style, right? Especially for like natural guys, you know, for guys that's on something, you know, they can do heavier weight, higher repetitions, their body can recover very well from that. But when you're natural, you really got to do like the real hard stuff, you know what I'm saying, to actually grow and to put on muscle density, right? So you don't have anything that's working outside of the body to make you grow. It's just all you, baby. So all right, guys, this is our 4th set, baby. All right, time to lock in. We did 6 so far. I want to hit 6 again. So basically we hit a 4 by 6, but you know, you got to give yourself some range in there, you know, like a 4 to 6. All right, so we hit 6 reps each. Ooh, I got one more me. 6. Ooh, yes sir. Make sure you guys, you know, until your body get conditioned, you want to take at least a good 1:30 to 3-minute break in between when you're doing the 4 to 6 repetitions. You're really pushing the body. You want your body to recover. If you go too fast on your rest period, basically you'll be taxing your joints and you'll be sacrificing strength and technique, right? So if I would have did just 45 seconds or 1 minute, right, I would have had 2 reps of those hard reps, and now I'm not focusing on pushing with my shoulders. I'm focusing on pushing with my legs, my glutes, and my back, just to get the weight up. On to our next shoulder exercise. All right, guys, our second shoulder exercise is going to be a superset. We're going to do some laterals into some bent over rear delt flies using the dumbbells. So, and the technique we're just going to use is kind of leaning here and then pull up, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 12. Now some dumbbell rear delt flies, bent over, seated, bent over rear delt flies. 2, 3. Actually, I'm going to switch that and we're going to go with the prone grip, okay? So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Perfect. So I switch more to the prone grip. Basically, for years, I've been doing the rear delt flies that way, which they do work, but recently I have switched my rear delt flies to more of a prone grip, using chest supported, using this, using the cable, all variations of rear delt flies, right? With the palms facing downward. So that's what prone means. But yeah, so that's the superset. That's 1 set down. And the goal here is to do 4 sets between 8 to 12 repetitions. And when you're doing a superset like this with minimum rests of like 45 seconds to a minute, the reps will vary, okay? So actually I did 15 reps with the rear delts because this is kind of light. So, but like I said, reps will vary during shorter rest periods in between your sets. And some more advice is when you do the prone grip here, you take out the recruitment of the rhomboids and all the other areas of the middle back and the traps, right? So you just purely isolating the rear delts a lot more, right? Versus being here. Number 8 to 12. 12, and I'm using that little swing, that little momentum to get that weight up. All right. $12. Ooh, see exactly what I'm saying. Before I got what, 15, right? And I did like 2-3 extra reps with the other version of the fly. So what I want to show you guys is what I'm doing is, instead of grabbing the weight on the rear delt fly, I'm doing a false grip, right? Like this. So I'm technically pulling with my pinky. So I'm purely isolating the rear delt. So you want to drive with the pinky, all right? So I'm taking and I'm using a false grip. So now that way, my forearms and my biceps isn't taking over into moving the weight. So that's a tip. All right, guys, third set. And make sure you guys pick the proper weight to actually perform the exercise the correct way. Seven, 8. Ooh. Now also what you guys got to remember is that when you're doing a prone grip, is that your range of motion, this particular exercise, this technique of the rear delt exercise isn't going to allow you to do a crazy range of motion. That's not the goal here. The goal is to precisely isolate, or try your best to isolate, your rear delt. Okay, so you shouldn't be trying to get all the way up here. That's fine. Use a lighter weight, do another exercise. But I would say if you can do that on the chest supported and using a lighter weight, you can do that. So there's so many versions, so many variations. So I know a lot of you guys in the comments saying, oh, you shouldn't lock out. You should lock out. You should. There's a time and place for everything. So that's why in between my sets, if you're listening, I'm explaining all of these little minor things. Okay, so this is why the channel and why my brand is called Athletic Artillery, because there's so many versions of doing exercises. It's not just one way, okay? And you have to work around injuries. You have to work around days where you don't feel as strong. You got to work around days where you got little tweaks. So that's why, okay? All right, guys, forward, set, hip. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 12, okay. 6, 7, 8. 12. Ooh, perfect. Ooh, all right, guys. So on to our triceps we go, baby. Let's see what tricep exercise I shall choose. But we're definitely going to do a lot of volume. All right, guys. Now, our first tricep exercise is going to be some tricep extensions using the rope attachment. And we're just going to go high volume, really burn those triceps out. 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We're going for 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. All right, guys, now our second set, and I'm using 70 pounds only. That's all you, well, I don't want to say that's all you need. I don't know how much y'all guys can use, but I'm using 70 pounds and I'm resting for like 30 seconds to 1 minute. 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh, basically, we're going to be doing a total of 50 repetitions. That's 15 right there. 10 more to go. 16, 17, 18. 25. Ooh, 2 sets of 25. You get a total of 50 repetitions, a nice little pump. Now we're going to do our next tricep exercise. All right, guys, now our second tricep exercise is going to be some close grip, right? Reverse grip tricep. You want to say pushdowns? Yeah, you can say extensions. I don't know which one it is, but it's either or. All right, so you're going to be here. Keep the elbows nice and locked in. Boom, and push down. And what this does is isolate the medial part of your tricep, right? So that's the bottom, the bottom inner part of the tricep, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, this burns, 14, let's go, 15, 16, 21. Ooh, nice. And what I mean about medial is just this little part like right here. I don't know if I'm getting lean enough. Let's say on this side, I'm not sure, but it's like it goes right through here. Once that body fat comes down, you guys going to be able to see it. But basically it creates that hanging tricep at the bottom too, because the medial is like runs along and is attached to the long head of the tricep. It just runs all the way at the bottom versus being all the way up here. Let me see if how my joints look right now. Let me see how I'm looking. Let me see. Okay, I can see it coming in right here. You see the slice here. This is the bicep that got injured. Well, actually the shoulder that got injured. So it's a little need more muscle here, and right here is a little bit harder to connect. But I think that just has to do with getting some myofascial work done, right? So if you know anyone in the New Jersey and the New York state area that knows how to work on, does a good job of work on bodybuilders, contact me in my email and let me know if you guys can get the job done, because I definitely need some body work done for muscle tissue to release all this muscle that I have. I'll definitely be looking a lot better and a lot leaner. Oh yeah, before we start, make sure you guys, when you're doing the reverse grip push down, you do not use heavy weight. It makes absolutely 0 sense. You will not be getting the benefit of the exercise. Please use a lightweight, go higher repetitions, okay, to really get that nice muscle contraction burn and yeah, I'm gonna say contraction, right, of mind muscle connection and muscle contraction, right? You're really trying to feel this part of the tricep work, right? All right, second set of our 50 repetitions, baby. 2 sets of 25 equals 50. That's all we need. 2, 3. 8. Nah, remember to keep those elbows locked to the rib cage. 13. 17. 18. 25. Perfecto. You guys definitely should be feeling a nice pump, and especially after doing your shoulders, once you go into another exercise like a tricep, your triceps is definitely going to activate immediately. You're going to feel the pump immediately. So yeah, make sure you guys, well, we just finished from hitting our shoulders and triceps workout. Make sure you guys hit that like, subscribe, comment. Peace.